sensing that beneath all roles, thoughts, and emotions, there is a quiet directional intelligence within you, a subtle sense of what matters and what does not. And today you are turning toward that inner compass, not to force meaning, but to remember it. You do not need to search outward or analyze your past. Simply notice that even now there is an awareness listening for what feels true, stable, and worthy of commitment. Let this recognition be the entry point, because identity stabilizes not when you try to become someone, but when who you believe you are aligns with what you value most deeply. As this session unfolds, allow the body and mind to be receptive rather than active, listening rather than striving, trusting that clarity emerges naturally when resistance relaxes. Hypnosis here works by quieting irrelevant noise so deeper intentions can surface. Begin by noticing that your nervous system is capable of organizing around purpose, just as it organizes around habit. When meaning is present, effort becomes sustainable, and when values are clear, choices become simpler. Allow awareness to settle into the body, not as a relaxation technique, but as a grounding, sensing the spine supporting you, the breath moving rhythmically, the weight of the body anchoring you in the present. This grounding signals safety, and safety allows the subconscious to reorganize. Now gently bring to mind the idea of values, not as ideals you should have, but as qualities that naturally draw your respect, attention, and energy. Values are not goals, they are directions. You do not complete them, you live them. Without nomming them yet, sense what gives your life a quiet sense of rightness when you embody it. Moments where you feel internally aligned, even if circumstances are difficult. Viktor Frankl observed that meaning does not remove suffering, but it gives suffering context, and this context changes how the nervous system responds to challenge. Let this understanding settle as a felt sense rather than an idea. As hypnosis deepens, invite one core value to rise into awareness, not chosen by logic, but by resonance. It might be authenticity, contribution, learning, compassion, courage, creativity, presence, or something uniquely personal. Notice how the body responds when this value appears, perhaps with a sense of expansion, warmth, or quiet strength. This response is important. The body recognizes alignment before the mind articulates it. Now notice how this value has already shown up in your life in small ways, even when circumstances were imperfect. You do not need to recall specific stories. Simply sense that this quality has been present as an undercurrent. This recognition reinforces identity at a deeper level, because identity is strengthened by continuity between past, present, and intention. Now, gently observe your current self-concept, the beliefs you hold about who you are, how you operate, what you expect from yourself. Instead of evaluating them, notice how aligned or misaligned they feel with this value. Misalignment often feels like tension, effort, or self-betrayal. Alignment feels like coherence, even when it requires courage. Awareness of this contrast is enough. There is no need to fix anything yet. Hypnosis allows the subconscious to register that alignment reduces friction and misalignment creates strain. This learning happens somatically, As this awareness continues, allow the idea to form that your identity is not just a description of behavior, but an organizing principle shaped by beliefs and values acting together. When beliefs contradict values, the nervous system experiences conflict. When beliefs support values, the system stabilizes. Let this principle sink in deeply. Now imagine your subconscious as a system eager for efficiency and coherence. It prefers patterns that reduce internal conflict. As you highlight values, the subconscious naturally seeks beliefs that support them. You do not need to force this. It happens through clarity. Allow a belief to arise that supports the value you sensed earlier, such as I am someone who acts with integrity, or I am capable of learning and growing, or my actions matter. Notice how this belief feels when placed next to the value. Does it feel supportive, grounding, stabilizing? Allow the subconscious to begin associating this belief with a sense of rightness. This is neuroplasticity in action. Repeated pairing of belief and value strengthens pathways that make aligned behavior automatic. As you continue, gently release beliefs that do not support this alignment, not by rejecting them, but by seeing that they no longer serve your chosen direction. The subconscious lets go naturally when a pattern is revealed as inefficient or incongruent. Feel the relief that comes when inner conflict eases. Now bring attention to purpose, not as a grand mission, but as a reason to engage with life deliberately. Purpose emerges from values expressed over time. You do not need to know exactly what your purpose looks like. You only need to feel oriented. Allow a sense of direction to settle, like walking with a compass, even if the terrain changes. This orientation stabilizes identity because it gives continuity across change. As hypnosis continues, imagine future choices being filtered automatically through aligned values and beliefs. See yourself responding to situations with a quiet inner yes or no, based not on fear or habit, but on resonance. This reduces mental effort. Decisions feel cleaner. Behavior feels congruent. The nervous system relaxes when it knows what it stands for. Allow this image to imprint deeply. Now notice that alignment does not require perfection. You will still make mistakes, feel doubt, and encounter ambiguity. Alignment means you return to your values when you notice drift. This return builds trust with yourself. Let the suggestion land that self-trust grows each time you realign, not each time you succeed flawlessly. This reframing removes pressure and strengthens identity gently. As this session deepens, allow the subconscious to adopt aligned beliefs as default frameworks, such as I am guided by what matters. I choose with intention. My actions reflect my values more easily now. These are not affirmations to repeat forcefully. They are descriptions of an emerging pattern. Feel how these beliefs settle more readily because they are supported by meaning. Meaning is adhesive. It helps beliefs stick. As this integration continues, notice a sense of stability forming, a feeling that identity is less reactive and more rooted. This rootedness does not limit you, it frees you. Because when you know what matters, you are less swayed by noise. The brain conserves energy when purpose is clear, channeling effort more effectively. This is why aligned identity feels calm, even when life is demanding. Toward the end of this practice, bring awareness back to the present body, sensing the grounded confidence that comes from coherence. Notice how it feels to sit within yourself without contradiction. Let this feeling become familiar. Familiarity is what the subconscious turns into habit. As day 6 completes, allow a final understanding to imprint. Your identity stabilizes when beliefs, values, and actions move in the same direction. And you are now training your mind and nervous system to organize around what is meaningful to you. This alignment will continue unfolding automatically, shaping thoughts, emotions, and behaviors in subtle, lasting ways. Rest now in this sense of direction, trusting that clarity does not need urgency and purpose does not need pressure. Knowing that from this place, who you are becoming is both intentional and authentic, and this coherence will guide everything that follows.